How's it going, YouTube? This is your host Tea Time, and today I thought I'd come to you guys with my review of the third episode to She-Hulk: Attorney of Law. Honestly, this was barely an average episode. Honestly, I say it's an average episode because one, I feel like it was a lack of CGI when it came to She-Hulk herself. Abomination, his CGI was okay. I feel like, but when it comes to her, since she's basically in the show. It's her show. I feel like they kind of lacked from the first episode up to now with the CGI. That's my one reason why it's like barely average. Another reason why I think it's barely average because like in the episode it splits from her and basically like a side story in a way. I don't know why they did it like that. I mean, I see no reason why this part of the episode was even to be there. Like, do they not have enough material for anything else involving her? I mean, they could have like extended some things to make it so they wouldn't have to put that part of the episode in there. But I feel like they did that because of like the special guest that was in the episode. For people who have not seen it or heard the rumors or have seen it, apparently, as if you saw on my background right here, Megan Thee Stallion is in this episode. Now, I don't know why she's there. I have nothing against Megan. I like some of her music too. Um, is she gonna be in here a lot more? I don't know. Apparently, from what somebody told me, the actress that plays She-Hulk and Jennifer, aka Jennifer Lawrence, her real name, but her superhero name is She-Hulk. Apparently, they said she wanted Megan on the show, and I guess they just put her in this episode, and I guess that probably why certain things played out, just to have her like have the spotlight right here. I don't know, but I don't know. This part right here at the end that you're seeing, that happened like the post credit scene. So it was funny, you know. I'll let it pass, but was it necessary? I don't think so. I don't think it was necessary. They could have had Megan. I mean, Megan's known for shaking her ass, so I get why it's like that. But it's just like the CGI is what, and She-Hulk is like, why? They could like have Megan just do that and She-Hulk do something totally else than that. Like, I, I didn't really like it. I didn't. Right. Once again, nothing against Megan. Like I said, I like her music, and the problem wasn't having her in the episode. It was just that this part right here, like post credit, having fun, cool. But it's like for people who, in my opinion, people who are like very into the Marvel universe, one thing that you know we will do when it comes to movies and certain TV shows, we will sit there and wait for the post-credit scene to see what's gonna happen next. And with that, it's just like, why? Nothing's next, okay, whatever. They did the same thing with Doctor Strange. Like he had two post-credit scenes. One was important to the next story in his chapter, and the other one was just to be funny. I'm just like, okay, cool. But the CGI, the side story or the other story in this episode, and just that, I just felt like, okay, whatever. Um. Also, even with Abomination, I honestly don't like how they did Abomination either. Like, well, maybe he might show up again in the later episodes. Okay, cool. But right now, how they have it, I didn't like it.
I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. But I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it.
But I'm gonna get to that in the spoiler section. The spoiler section might be a little short too because there's really not that much to talk about involving this episode. Like literally, like she's I mean, it's not a spoiler. If you've seen the second episode, you already know. Basically, this episode is all about her defending Abomination and trying to get him out of on parole. Was it parole or bail? Parole, basically. He served his time, so now he wants to get out, and she's defending him. Basically, that's what this whole episode is about. Well, half the episode. The other half is something I'm going to get into in the spoiler section. But overall, I'll give this episode a 5 out of 10. I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. Like, it could have been a 6. I feel like it could have been a 6 if, I'm going to say, if the CGI was a little bit better. I feel like they downplayed the CGI in this episode, and that could have pushed it to a 6. But without that being said, yeah, that's really just it. That's my like rating for the episode. If you guys are sticking around for my spoiler section, I appreciate it. If you guys are not because you haven't seen the episode and you want to watch the episode and you see why I gave it a 6, I'm not 6, a 5 out of 10. Did I say 5 out of 7? 5 out of 10. I probably messed it up. I'm sorry. It's a little hot today, y'all. Well, tonight. But yeah. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you like about my video. Tell me what you didn't like about my video. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Let me know how I can make my videos a whole lot better. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, I'll catch you guys on the next video. For everybody that's gonna stay for the spoiler section, we'll begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So, basically, it takes place once again where it left off. Jennifer goes to see Abomination to ask him how did you break out of prison? Basically, he tells her like, "Oh, I didn't break out. I was taken against my will out." And at first, she doesn't believe him. Nobody believes him until he tells her who did it, and the person that did it was Wong. You don't know who Wong is. He's the new Sorcerer Supreme from Doctor Strange. If you don't know, the person who trained Doctor Strange, she was Sorcerer Supreme. She died. Doctor Strange became Sorcerer Supreme, and I believe something had happened. Oh yeah, he became Sorcerer Supreme. And I think when Thanos snapped his fingers after he disappeared, I think Wong was still there. So Wong became the new Sorcerer Supreme. And when the Hulk snapped his fingers back in Endgame, was it Endgame? Yeah, in Endgame, everybody came back, but Wong was already doing everything, so he's Sorcerer Supreme. So Jennifer was able to get in touch with Wong, ask him what happened. He was like, I needed Abomination for this basically fight. It's basically Fight Club to fight something, and he took him against his will. Said if you don't do that, then he was gonna do something. And he was like, okay, fine, whatever. But then Wong told Jennifer, he was like, I'm giving him a chance to be free too after he does this for me. But he said he wanted to come back to jail. So maybe Abomination is turning a new leaf. But I don't like that. Me personally, I don't like that because it's like that. To me, that takes away like Hulk's main villain. Like to me, Abomination was Hulk's #1 villain, and it's like now that he's basically like peace and everything, like that just takes away his powers. Like takes away like the purpose of him being an Abomination because like me growing up, Abomination's always been the person like, yeah, Abomination versus Hulk, Hulk's main villain. Yeah, always a rivalry, always wanted to destroy each other, beat each other up. And I don't like the direction they're going with Abomination, but this only the 3rd episode. Maybe he might come back later on because, like I keep saying later on, because yeah, she ends up winning the case and he ends up getting on parole and leaving and everything. So he might come back later on. But like I was saying, yeah, the court case is going on. She's defending him. People don't want to believe that he turned to leave because he got out of jail. But she had Wong come. Wong testified that, yeah, I broke him out. I took him away. But he wanted to come back to jail. And then they was like, well, we don't believe that he's able to keep his Abomination form intact. And he was like, oh, hold on, let me do it. Turns to Abomination, fully in control, basically just like the Hulk and just like Jennifer, aka She-Hulk. So, and then he turns back. So they was like, okay, he controlled it. He served his time. He was taken against his will. So he could go, and they let him go. So he's out now. Going to live peacefully with his 5 or 6 girlfriends or whatever he was talking about. And that's one thing that happens. So on the other side of the episode, it's basically talking about how there's this Asgardian elf that can shapeshift, and she basically fooled one of the lawyers who was like on a dating site, thinking that he scored with Megan Thee Stallion, and in the end he ended up spending like 17,000 or 1,700. No, I think it was like I think it was like $17,000 on her, and he wants to take her to court to sue her to get the money back and everything. So they go to court. He has a lawyer, and everything's going on. And at first, the jury and judge is not believing him, but then they bring She-Hulk. After she wins her case, they bring She-Hulk to testify to defend him because she used to work with him. So she was like, "Oh yeah, I truly 100% believe that like he would be fooled that he was actually dating the real Megan Thee Stallion." And he won his case. And then they had Megan Thee Stallion in the back cameo. She was like, "Huh? There's only one Megan Thee Stallion." Doing things that she be doing, which is cute. I like that. See, that I liked it because that was cute. I liked that. Another thing, I feel like Wong is slowly becoming like another Stan Lee. When I say that, because in Marvel movies, Stan always made an appearance some way, shape, or form. If you've been watching all the Marvel, well, majority of the Marvel TV shows, Wong has always showed up. I haven't finished Moon Knight, so I'm not sure if he showed up in Moon Knight yet. I haven't finished Ms. Marvel, so I don't know if he showed up in Ms. Marvel, but I'm pretty sure he's gonna show up in Ms. Marvel. So yeah. So once that case is over and done with, it goes back to right before Abomination's leaving, and he tells Jennifer, he's like, everybody knows you're She-Hulk. Everybody's gonna end up painting a picture about you, no matter you keep your mouth open or closed. So if they're gonna do that, you might as well give them a story, basically. So she goes on the TV, the news, telling everybody like, yeah, so this random guy just gave me a name, She-Hulk, and is stuck with it. So I guess I'm She-Hulk now. So now she's going on the news telling everybody about her so nobody will spread lies and stuff about her, which is cool because at one point while she was doing the case with Abomination, everybody talking about Abomination and her are gonna have kids. She was rejected by the Avengers and what the bam stuff. And I'm like, that's funny. That was funny. So then right here, at this part, what you see in the background, after the case is over with, I think she was going to go home, and this is when the Wrecking Crew comes in. If I remember correctly, the Wrecking Crew are these group of guys that somehow got a hold of Asgardian weapons, and why they call themselves the Wrecking Crew, I guess, because they destroy and wreck stuff, the Wrecking Crew. So they approached her, and she was in a human form, so they grabbed her. She was like, and then she's like, all right, I forgot, I'm She-Hulk. Turns to She-Hulk, and she basically fights the guys. During the fight, one of them tried to stick her with like this thing that I guess can take her blood, but because she's She-Hulk and her skin is so tough that they couldn't do it. She kicks their ass and they run away. And while they run away, they were talking about the boss is not gonna like this. And I theorize, I'm having a strong theory that their boss could be the Kingpin. This is why I'm saying that, because if you've been paying attention, we all know that Daredevil is supposed to come in here at some point in this TV series. And who is Daredevil's main villain? The Kingpin. So I really think the Kingpin is going to end up being... The Kingpin could possibly be the main villain in this TV series. And I'm fine with that because if you watch the Daredevil TV show, that man he had a plan for everything. And the actor that plays the Kingpin, because he's rumored to come back too. I love it. This is going to be good. So now that she won the case, she got rid of Abomination. Now I hope they get into like the superhero side of She-Hulk. But I doubt it. It's probably not going to happen until like the 5th episode because from when I was watching the trailers, they had like one part where she was like going on dating sites trying to find a match and everything. I'm like, bro, that should have been done like in this episode. They could have got rid of the other case thing and had her go through a whole dating thing after Abomination. That would have been better, but I guess they might want to make that a whole episode. But yeah, and the episode basically ends with her looking at herself in her car because I guess she's still not comfortable with the fact that she's a Hulk. So, but it saved her life right here. But yeah, so once again, yeah, 5 out of 10. The CGI was not that good to me in this episode. The second story plot in this episode was definitely not needed. Oh yeah, and then once the credits roll, it goes to I guess Megan signing her to be her lawyer in a case, which is kind of funny, but yeah. And after she signs her to be her lawyer, they start dancing to celebrate. And I don't remember what song was playing, but like after they get done dancing, they play what's her song? But no, that's not. Is it? Is it body yada 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 yada? Yeah, I think that's her song, right? Yeah, yeah. It was fine, but after hearing body yada 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 yada, like it was playing the whole credit scene. And I don't know why I didn't click off, but I guess I was just tired because I just got done watching on Labor Day. So, yeah. But, yeah, that's how it ends. So, bad track, like I was saying, 5 out of 10. Bad CGI, side story not needed. Certain things with Megan, I'm not going to say it was not needed, but they could use her for something totally else in the TV show. And I'm gonna throw in the Wrecking Crew too, because they was trash. Like they was not what I was expect them to be. I've seen the Wrecking Crew in like the comics and the video games when they had them. Them guys look like they literally just found those weapons and said, "Fuck me, the Wrecking Crew." And the funny thing was, She-Hulk even said that she was like, "Did you guys just randomly find like these Asgard weapons?" And they was like, "Yeah." I'm like, okay. So I'm gonna throw that in there. But yeah, that's my reasons of 5 out of 10. And that's my review and summary of the She-Hulk episode 3. Like I said, probably was gonna be a long video review because not a lot of stuff that really was important happened in here. Besides, She-Hulk defends Abomination. She wins, goes to defend her old colleague. They win. Wrecking Crew comes and try to take her power. She beats their ass. Find out they're working with somebody else. I think it's the Kingpin, and that's where Daredevil's going to come in. Credits, post credits, twerking with Megan. And She-Hulk twerking was so bad, so that's another reason I'm giving it a 5 out of 10. So, yeah. Yep, that's my review. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thumbs up, thumbs down once again. Tell me what you like about my video, what you didn't like about it. Links to my socials will be down below. I plan to do another video probably coming soon, maybe tomorrow, maybe. I'm going to see about that. But I hope you guys have a blessed day. Stay safe, stay hydrated. See you guys in the next one.
You know what they say, the female is the deadlier of the species.